Hello, hello. It's January 11th, 2023. It's a SIG Node CI meeting. Hello, everybody. We have one agenda item today that is explicit, and it's on Francesca. Francesca, do you want to take it on?
Hello. Hey. So yeah, let me give you folks some context here. So some end-to-end tests we have, notably the ones related to the resource manager or the pod resources API, which are again related to the resource manager, so CPU manager, device manager, point in case, they require some form of device plugin. For example, pod resources API is about listing the devices assigned to the pods. So you need some devices, and so you need some device plugin. And this is why we use them. Now, we have in particular one or few tests that wants to check some combination of parameters which are uncommon. For example, point in case, device plugin which do not report NUMA topology information, because as it is today for the device plugin API, is not mandatory to report the NUMA topology information, so it's still allowed. So we have this need because we want to check actual features we support for any form of device plugin, and in particular, we will really benefit to have some device plugin which do not report NUMA information, NUMA topology, which is pretty uncommon. All the measure device plugin I reviewed, they want to report NUMA topology information. To fill this use case, we did a research back in time, and among the few device plugin available, we had the KubeVirt device plugin, which, long story short, is the device plugin from the KubeVirt project, which exposes dev KVM, a device file which is needed by virtual machines. So it's not that important. The point in case is that plugin back in time was supported by third parties, was an existing device plugin used in production, and didn't report NUMA information because it's a device, so it's available on, it's a fake device exposed by Linux kernel, so it's available on all the NUMA nodes. All was fine, but the KubeVirt project decided to retire the device plugin, and they implemented the same functionality in a different way. It doesn't really matter. What matters for us is that this device plugin is not available. And that is now a concept for us, because a user reported actually a developer reported in the SIG Node channel that, okay, hey, this test was broken. We read that, didn't notice for another unrelated case, but okay, now it's broken, we have without this device plugin. And that covers the first 2 points I had. Now, the problem becomes, and this is actually an open question for this forum, I have a suggestion, but it's for awareness and to open question to this forum. Okay, what do we do now? Because just removing the test seems the less ideal solution. So we will really benefit from a replacement device plugin. The option I'm going to present, and then I'm shut up, is extend the sample device plugin we already use to have configuration to provide or not provide NUMA locality. Why is this not obviously a good solution? Because to end-to-end test, we really like to use as close as possible configuration similar to production, as close as possible to production, and sample device plugin is used only in tests, so it's not a real device plugin. It's not something used by people which consume Kubernetes. So that's the state that I wanted to talk. I'm open to discussion. Thank you.
So the proposal is to just update sample device plugins that we have and using it?
Yeah, out of necessity, because I don't know if there is another device plugin which fits our needs and which is supported and used by other people. If there are better idea, just shout to me.
I know we had this similar conundrum with credential providers that we now moving out of tree. I mean, it's a simpler problem because I think surface space, like API space, is much smaller. So we, since we're running on GCP, most of the tests that we thought that maybe we need to take GCP credential provider, but it wasn't well accepted. People didn't want to take depends on specific vendor, and tests are not portable after that. I mean, they're somehow portable today with taking dependency on specific vendor credential provider will make it less portable. So now we have fake credential provider in in our test folder that kind of doing this logic. And again, this has similar concerns that it's not actually testing what people may use in production. So I guess our end-to-end test in this sense is mostly integration test with API rather than integration test with real.
It's not terrible because, but it's still suboptimal because it's something in tree, something fake. So, but really, I'm out of options. If everyone has an idea or suggestions or want to chat about it, just ping me on Slack. Otherwise.
Can you remind me what Kubernetes device plugin was doing? Was it?
Yeah, sure. I can actually share the link. I hope I have the link handy. Just a sec. But it was exposing a Linux device file.
Okay.
Dev like dev0, or it's the device file. The specific of that is that that device file is used by the QEMU hypervisor to use acceleration provided by the processor mediated by the Linux kernel. But conceptually is okay. Shared. No, wrong link. Where is it? No. Well, okay, it's not something completely off topic, but it's not a device plugin either.
I don't have. My biggest question was: is it how portable that was? It sounds like it was quite portable. So
yeah, absolutely.
Because I remember, we didn't have any. We don't have any real devices on the machine, so it's hard to find real use device plugin for machines that doesn't have any devices.
Exactly. And so, yeah.
What about GPU devices? Will they test at least something?
GPU using a real device and a real device plugin, it's completely fine. The only concern I have, okay, I need to learn the setup, but that's minor, very minor. The only concern I have is that those machines are more expensive. So, okay, we can maybe run, but it's friction. It's friction that leads to lanes running less often, arguably more often than today, but still. And so I was optimally, we will have something that we can run on each PR, instead of like, let's say, daily or weekly, like integration again. But GPU is an option. It's totally an option. Yeah, I will explore this option.
Let's put some.
Francisco.
GPUK, what was that? GPUK?
Yeah, go on, sorry.
What's this GPUK thing? I wanted to look it up. What was that?
The KubeVirt one or the GPU one?
The last thing that you mentioned when you were summing up what Sergey had said, it wasn't KubeVirt, but there was something else.
No, GPU, they're probably NVIDIA's, but I will just look at what are we doing with GPU devices. So
okay.
Ryan, you were talking?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So there's different tiers of testing. We want this to run on PRs and potentially we want to do integration testing too, right?
Yeah.
So do we have today like a mock or fake for device plugins?
something similar, very similar. There is the sample device plugin, which, like the name suggests, is a trivial implementation of the device plugin, which is in tree. So,
Can't-
yeah,
oh,
go on.
sorry. Can we actually mock like a GPU and have it report various whatever it needs to report and have the kubelet interact with that?
Yeah, we can quote just unquote mock simpler device than GPU or GPU, and because we would just need to provide what the device plugin API needs. My issue here is that is conceptually a mock or fake. It depends on us, but it's not a real thing. So, you know, it's something. It's some signal. It's better than nothing, but it's not really end to end.
Well, I was gonna suggest maybe, so if we did that on every PR, might be a good signal that nothing is broken. And then what if we had like a weekly GPU job that actually spun up a GPU and we did an integration test with it?
That, I
go
guess
ahead.
that's the best solution we can aim for. Yeah.
At least it would, we would get signal weekly that, you know, something might have broken or not, you know, it works or it doesn't work. And it's not all that expensive.
I agree. That's probably the best approach.
We
Yeah, I know.
still have a periodic job running with the device.
I don't know, and I need to check because things changed many times.
Because ideally
over
we'll
the...
have three. Right. We could have three jobs. One runs on every PR that only uses a fake device, and we have two periodic, one with the GPU and one with the fake device as well. I don't know if that works.
It's possible. I'm just out of date. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a good point. I need to check. Okay, folks, it's very reasonable what we discussed, so I have a way forward. Thank you, everyone. And again, if you want to chat about these topics, just ping me. Always open. Thanks.
Swati, do you want to talk about NUMA nodes? I remember the PR. I just looked at it today.
Yeah, thanks for reviewing that. I managed to update it. So there was, I think, a minor comment about just adding like comments. So I did that and it's ready for people to take a look. I can put in the link if it helps.
Somehow I can't find it. So
There's
yes,
this.
enable the okay. We will try to run topology manager tests on bigger machines that have multiple NUMA nodes. And I believe this is only for, focus is topology manager, whole suite, and it will run on bigger machines. I guess also discuss maybe we need to increase the timeout for like how often we run this test, but right now it's wait, periodic. No, right now it's 4 hours, right? Every 4 hours.
Yeah, I left the default as it was because I just wanted us to have some signal and be able to compare it to what we already have.
Yeah, cool. Let's try it. Yeah, we'll have more signal from topology manager tests. And it's a good thing because we want to GA this feature. And ideally, we need to test it before we rely on external tests. Okay.
So who would I assign it to for approval, Sergey?
How did it?
Okay. Okay. Does the PR not need an approve label?
I think it has it. Check. Yes, approved.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I just had a hold on it because of these minor comments. Okay. Yeah. It's. I think it's a big deal. We will be testing more and better.
Thank you
I
very
would.
much.
Yeah, I would suggest to go to the board unless there is any other topics. Yeah. By the way, I saw that test grid was fixed for cryo. Now it's not failing any longer. Yeah, and it's still showing red, but most of the tests are green now, and failing tests are not failing in the beginning; they're failing on specific tests. So it's much better shape now. Okay, let's move to triage. So we have a few items to triage, and then I wanted to check issues in progress to start cleaning up the board. So bear with me. Pod is consistently painting. Okay. This may affect some of our tests. Yeah, I think it's mostly straightforward changes. Anybody interested to take a look? It's already
You can
GCN.
assign me.
Thank you. Yeah, and Peter is working on a nice document explaining how to write good tests. I think I need to just share it here. So this is a document. I put it in an agenda. So this document explains how to use test framework and how to write good test. I think this is one of those, like how to write specifically for pending pods. Who was it wanted to take it? Peter?
That's Peter out of Hair Commander.
Okay. Attractive default storage class feature. Yeah, I don't think it's test related, so let's move it out. Aditi send this. I might have approved this test before, so I yeah, I think yeah, this change sounds familiar, so I would take a look. Yeah. Okay. Something was broken with previous fix. Resource claim to resource attachment. Yeah, I think it's unrelated to us. Just quality of service C group update latency. I think it's a code change. It affects pretty much everything. Yeah, I think it's a code change. I'm not sure why test was test label was added. So I would remove it from this board. Finished pod is deleted before events can be retried. Retrieved. Okay. It's a good issue to do. Is anybody interested to change assertion on events to assertion on something more meaningful? Yeah, so as Antonio mentioned here, we shouldn't rely on events in test, and we had a dedicated effort to remove all the dependencies on events from conformance tests. So all the conformance tests was cleaned up, and they don't have this dependency any longer. It feels that some tests still have this dependency, and removing it quite trivial in most cases. You just, I mean, unless you test explicitly need event and like have event testing that event will be sent, then you have some other conditions like something happened, like port was deleted or port entered some specific state. So changing it typically easy, but in this case, yeah, if anybody wants to take it, please do. For now, I just put it in to do. Okay, and now I wanted to look at in progress issues. And see if they're actually in progress. Wait, why? For some reason, PR is in issues in progress. This is the PR. Okay. And I think this is unrelated to our team. So I think it was mistriaged. Okay. That's default YAML. It's running on macOS. Okay. It happened last May. Okay. Investigate exercising ephemeral container creation and upgrade tests. Okay, let me ping person. I wonder, like, ephemeral containers are G8 now. We still don't have test, which is not good. Yeah, I think this tab is not sure if it exists any longer. It actually does. Yeah, but it doesn't run at all. Okay. Okay. Crashing test, get container home score adjust. Yeah, this is still failing. I mean, I saw it on at least in one place. I remember somebody was trying to fix it by reading score adjust from a proper process. So we had a problem when we just assumed that the process will be the first one and or something like that. So or took a score of some other like incorrect port. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is fixing it. Oh, it does. Okay. So we need to have somebody to look at it. Okay, so this is in progress clearly. And then second time process is deleted, the grace period doesn't take effect. Oh, this is interesting. I don't think it's test related that much. I believe it's only very small and straightforward test. Yeah, so this is interesting behavior exploration. Today, when you delete pod twice, like you call pod deletion with a very large grace period, and then you want to kill it immediately, you call it again. Second grace period wouldn't override the first grace period, so Kubert will wait for the whole duration of the first grace period supplied. And this is a change of behavior that is not ideal after 120 something, 22, 23. So this PR attempt to fix it. If anybody on this call want to take a look at this from a perspective of end-to-end test at least, to make sure that end-to-end test is written properly, it will be great. If you can test the whole, it will be even better. Any takers? And it was brought up on SIG Node main meeting as well for the code change.
We can assign to be.
Thank you, Harshal.
HERCHE. Sorry, I forgot my own Wendell. HER, yeah. Yep, that's the one. Thank you.
Thank you. And this test is failing, but I saw this failure on other places as well.
It's a containerd node conformance, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
node ETV containerd node conformance.
Oh yeah, it's actually related to this. So, oh, it's good, meaning that actually like tests that they added is not working, which is, I mean, it means that code is not working, which gives you something food for thoughts. Proves a couplet recovery after restart when dealing with devices. Oh, this is Francesco, your PR, right? Is it somehow it get into tasks in progress?
I think I'm gonna close this one because yeah, it's work in progress, and actually Swati has a better PR for the similar issue, if I remember correctly. So I don't worry, I will handle that and probably close.
I put it in chat as well, so you'll have quicker link. So now, yeah, we have a few items in progress, and we pinged 3 of them, and a couple of them are actually in progress. There is an active PR that needs to be approved. Good. We also have issues to do, but we also only have 20 minutes left. So I suggest we will clean up to do next time, and now we'll switch to bug triage. Is there any comments on this board before I go to bugs? No? Okay. And by the way, I will also check the performance dashboard. It still looks fine. No spikes or anything. If you're interested, just click this link and switch between CPU and memory and runtime. Okay, let's go into bug triage right now. Last time we get number of bugs almost to 0, so it should be easy triage today. Okay. Failed attempt to assign project ID. Ryan, we discussed it last time, and you said that you'll take a look, and I think you did, right?
I did. I don't know if I commented on here. I talked to Renal about it. We haven't come to a consensus yet, but sort of thinking that we will be deprecating this feature since no one has time to work on it over here at Red Hat. Maybe Google or somebody else can pick it up if they really want it, but
You also mentioned some security problems with this isolation.
yeah, Peter brought that up actually, that a user can change the project ID and effectively get around the quota problem, or get around the quota that's set up, and that would become a problem.
Do you want to bring it up to SIG Node main meeting? Because
Yeah,
I
I can do that next week.
Add an agenda right away so we wouldn't forget. January 17th. Oh, I think. Yeah, if you can get this security issue ready, that will be a good reason to deprecate it unless somebody really, really wants to pick it up.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Where is this? Okay. I moved it triaged for now because it's actually an issue, but maybe we can close it because of it deprecating the feature. Container first. The container first usage metric has no data. Well, I think it's a known problem. Container. Yeah, I'll sign. I think I know what's happening. Or maybe I can ping cheat one of my team members. So with the switch to containerd, we has a problem because there is a circle dependency between, or maybe this I'm mixing up things. But I remember some of the issues was because of circle dependencies between CRI and C advisor, and we wasn't able to collect certain metrics. The pod is successfully removed when, but the config map probably mentioned the node. Oh yeah. So yeah, I think I remember this one discussed before. I thought it's unrelated to. Oh no, it's different. Okay. I have to ping again. Does anybody remember we had these issues with some folders that we failed to delete after pod was cleaned up? And this one specifically about config map.
What version was this that they reported against?
23.
I believe storage refactored how some of this gets laid down, especially the mount logic with, I think it was in 125. Maybe we could ping storage on it to take a look.
Yeah, storage is already here. Okay, it's 124. So maybe that was fixed. Okay. There are so many problems with cleaning up volumes recently. Some like fish is going on there. Mount volumes. Okay, config maps again. But now it's unable to attach. Okay. I wonder if this is the same. Okay, it has a similar feel, but error is different. So I don't think it's this problem. I think it's a new problem. The container runtime doesn't really matter. Ready. Okay. Yeah, I'm not ready to take another one this week. So if anybody want to take a look, please do. Otherwise, I will just keep it around, not triaged. Okay, let's come back to it next week. Yeah, this is a doc change. Yeah, Brian, are you still on the call?
Yes, yes, I'm here. Let me catch up with you.
Okay. Let me send you. So you said last time that you will take a look at documentation. So if maybe you can do this.
Yeah, I intend to do it. I have been, on vacation and ignoring all this stuff. So I'm just getting back in the swing of it here.
Absolutely. Let's start. Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot about it. I will take a look. Different behavior for regular and static pods upon deletion. 3 hours ago. Very fresh. Oh, Harshal, yeah,
Yeah.
you right. So maybe you can.
Yeah, so I just discovered this yesterday. Me and Ryan were debugging something, and so if you try to delete a pod, it doesn't, especially if it's a static pod, it doesn't transition into terminating state immediately. But if the regular pod, we do that immediately. So that's the bug.
I see.
Yeah.
What is the side effect?
Sorry.
What is the side effect? Like what?
Side effect is, let's say if you are monitoring a pod for the status and you remove it, like say if it's a static pod and if you remove it, you would expect it to go in terminating like the regular pod does, but this one doesn't go. So, but eventually it does go in the terminating state and gets removed, but that's like a split second before it gets removed instead of it immediately transitioning into terminating state. So you will see keeps, so if you put a large grace period, for example, then you will see the pod is in running state for a long time, even though it's not running. So I'm not sure whether this is a SIG node issue or a SIG CLI. I think Ryan found some documentation which said it just a waste kubectl represents the issue, but I haven't dig deeper. So I just want to keep it open at this point that whether it's a SIG node issue or SIG CLI issue.
How can be CLI? You just removing the file, right?
I'm not sure how, so I'm removing the file, but whether It's a CLI that queries and prints it that way. So who is responsible for printing the actual status is we need to see whether the logs also say whether the pod is running or not, or it's just a CLI that's not printing correctly. I don't know at this point.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you think that kubelet may have the object in the correct state, but
Yes, that's a possibility too. Yeah.
okay. Do you intend to work on it?
Yes, I would.
Okay, I'll just sign to it.
Thanks.
Thank you. From networking in ephemeral containers. Wow. Ephemeral containers want to take secret. Yeah, I'm not sure how useful it is to have secrets in ephemeral containers. By the way, error is very similar to what we see in different bug. Yeah, I think bug has enough details how to reoperate. Let me check if it's 100% repro. Okay, we're out of time, and fortunately, we didn't have enough time to go through all issues. But nevertheless, we triaged almost all of them. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.